Good afternoon. I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching as always. It is appreciated. There's been some information put online by a organiser for Restore Britain down the road from me in Stoke-on-Trent. They are reporting on Twitter, formerly or currently X, that local events are being sabotaged and cancelled through review bombing, intimidation of local people, and a organised campaign at venues that have been kind enough to afford Restore Britain the venue to organise branch meetings and local get-togethers. This is a attack on freedom of speech and association in this United Kingdom, and this is something we should all be mindful of. I don't want leftists banned from venues. I know I can beat them in a debate, in an argument, and their arguments are quite bad, which is why they have to resort to tactics like this. The common sense angle is branded as far right, bigoted, and racist, whilst the patriots and the people that have actually got their heads screwed on know that it's just common sense. As always, these are just my opinions. Your views may vary. I'm going to play the clip now. I personally wouldn't have gone public with this information. I've been given information locally from my Restore Britain members and branch activists and whatnot, which is of a similar flavour to this information. I've never gone public with that information because you don't want to give your political enemies the oxygen of publicity. I'm going to play the video now.
Morning, Joe West here, Stoke Restore Britain organiser. We've got some bad news. Our first branch meeting was due to be held here at the Boar Inn at Moddershall, and we've just been told by the landlady that the meeting has been cancelled. So for reasons that I think are to do with customers and visitors complaining, I think probably a coordinated attack, the owner, who's not too well at the moment, has decided to cancel our meeting. So for all of you who have obviously coordinated and campaigned to stop Restore Britain from meeting here, well done. You've managed to silence freedom of speech and freedom of association in this country. But if you think that's how you're going to win, you're sadly mistaken. The patriots of Restore will not stop, and we will have our voice heard, and we will make our meetings known everywhere.
So, what do you think about that video? Me personally, it's no surprise. There's a lot of people locally that I've been communicating with Restore Britain that seem to believe it may be Antifa or Stand Up to Racism or another leftist crowd. You know, Stand Up to Racism, the people that don't want the migrants in their particular area, but they want them flooded into the country. I'm more cautious about labelling any particular group as responsible for things like this when they get sabotaged. It could very well be local Conservatives or Reform UK. It could be anybody who is not looking for Restore Britain to get a foothold. And this is how they'll do it. They will interfere locally. They will organise review bombing of certain venues that are hosting Restore Britain. They will intimidate locals. They will try to infiltrate meetings, and they'll do very much all of this stuff. However, it's not going to be confined to this. Now, I do have a critique of this gentleman. I think he's coming at it from a good place. He's coming at it from a well-meaning place. However, he is giving the people that have managed to get the event cancelled the oxygen of publicity, which is why when I've been notified locally of similar events being cancelled in Cheshire, I've not made that public on my channel, on my platform, because that's what they want. They want a reaction. Think of the bullies in school. Think of people that try to get a rise out of you. They want you to go public. They want you to create a scene. They want you to create a fuss. They want to see it getting to you. So whilst this guy has the best of intentions, I would have not gone public with the information. Comment below, do you think I'm right, or do you think the activist, the organiser down in Stoke is right? We'll end this here. As Restore Britain expands, becomes more organised and more articulated with better speakers across this United Kingdom, and we start winning local and national elections, these types of tactics will increase and get worse and worse. What starts out as local organised campaigns against particular venues will become very violent very quickly, because this is what leftist agitators tend to do. Anyone running to the conclusion that it is leftists need to stop and think. It isn't just leftists that will want Restore Britain cancelled. It is any political party that views Restore Britain as a threat. In short, every single political party with a foothold in democracy within this United Kingdom will be attacking Restore Britain either directly or indirectly, and venues, and they'll continue to do so. Now, your mileage, as always, may differ. Comment, like, and subscribe. And you let me know, was this particular venue right to cancel or wrong? All opinions are valid, and we want an open discourse. That's what it's all about. Have a good day.